what it does and what is up. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Precious in Precious 911 all day, every day, baby. No, it's raining. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome and make yourself at home. But if you're a returning and faithful member of the Precious Inn, welcome back, babies. As you already know by the title of this video, I will be talking about my whole matric experience. I will be talking about how, I'll be talking about my matric results, how I went and got them, how I felt, the anxiety, the panic attacks that I had, in hopes that there's someone out there who would relate to how I felt and things like that, but without wasting any further time, let us get straight into the okay. So let me get straight into the video and stop blabbering. So I did my matric in 2019. For those of you who don't know, I did my matric in 2019. I matriculated 2019. I was doing science stream, so I was doing maths, physics, life sciences, and maths, physics, life sciences, and economics, and the general, like English, Zulu, and life orientation. Yeah. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, fine. So for me, I am the first person to have reached grade 12 in my whole family. Okay, in my family. And to me, that was a big deal. I had to make sure that I do not disappoint and I come in by force, by fire, So I went first day of matric. I went there and Negabala go 11B, and now I had to go 12B, go 12A and not 12B, and that was a whole different transition for me because new classmates, but there were people that I knew, from Goskolong. Let me just get this out of the way first before anything else. 12A at 2019, bruh. That group of matriculants, those were the smartest people. That was one of the smartest groups that I ever studied with in my whole entire life. 12A. Happy we had people who would come vroeg in the morning. Yeah, vroeg in the morning. 7 o'clock, a person is at school studying. People would leave. They would have these study groups. They would leave 6, 7, lunch, and then when you wake up, you're not 7, you're not 8. So the pressure now that comes with that. And with me, I could say with me, I was my matric year. I was so lazy. It was like, I got this. I was like, I got this, top dog in Java, but I just say why this. So you got this, and I didn't got it this. I didn't got it this time. So yeah, I did my matric. Yeah, smartest people. Those people would study June. They're studying for their June exams. After June exams, no, they will start their June exams February. Yeah. And then the prelim badi thoma hudi balela da ka June, July. And the things are only in September. Yeah. Nothing. So I did my matric in 2019. And then obviously I wrote my matric, my matric thingies, but again, my matric exams, my prelims, my June results. I wrote, what am I saying? My June results. I wrote my June exams. Those were pretty bad. Trust and believe. I wrote my prelims. Nedilida. And then I've never studied like that in my whole entire life. So I studied for my prelims, Lena, and they were okay. I won't say nearly sharp, and I wrote my matric exams. So I had to apply at universities. So the university did not match, right? So I had to apply at universities. I did that, and the precious that I am, I applied at, I think it was UP and UJ. Northwest University. My application, I think I took in the middle. I could say why. And Mudim TUT, and yeah, the university what do you want I applied there and I had to use my grade 11 results, and they were pretty bad, but okay-ish, you know. So yeah, I wrote my matric exams, and ka fetsa ka matric 2019. So now, you know, with me, I didn't panic. I was like, whatever happens, because kana sizulu se reng ikupe mbile king uvuna okutshalile. Yes. So I was like there just saying ngizovuna engikutshalile, because if I wrote bad, then ngwadile bad, and if I wrote okay, but I was praying and hoping. I even wanted to go on a fast, you know, because, and then I remembered how yo Mudimu doesn't, hey, Mudimu won't miraculously go to the exam marking center and like quality answer to the right fella, you know. So Jesus. So yeah, 2019 December kadul, and I wasn't worried at all. I was just chilling, you know. I was like, so it's okay. 2020 came. That day comes, and then when that day comes, firstly, I didn't go to the garage, obviously. And then the online no, I did not do that. I was like and just fetch my statement to see how bad I did. So my friend, no, it was not my friend, my grandmother bought a newspaper for me early in the morning. And then she was like, I think about 6 or 7, yeah. No, she didn't buy it. That guy, Loama newspaper, she knows me. No, he knows me. So, let's say newspaper like I. And so, fine, he gives me the newspaper. No, he gave my grandmother the newspaper, and my granny woke me up to give me the newspaper. And then, obviously, I was just scrolling. Let me tell you the funny thing that I did. I did not immediately check for my exam number. Ne? I just checked distinction in what. Yeah. There's a person who got distinction in life science. There's a person who got a distinction in business studies. A person who got a distinction in this and that. And I was like, damn, people are really studying like really hard. And then now I'm looking for my exam number. So exam number I can only 40. What's 44? Those were the last 2 digits. So I scroll and I see 41, 42, 45. Hagid. I don't know into champagne number I am so quickly. So I'm like, you know, my heart is like, go, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? 12 years in school for this. What's happening? So no, I closed the paper now. And in closing the paper, I'm looking at my grand like I can say, but emotions don't come to me, you know. Especially so good. So I look at my gran and she looks at me and she's like, "Hey," and I open the paper again and I'm like, "Oh, it's there." And then I see a distinction in life. Not my stupid head thinking distinction in life science. I immediately call my sister. I'm like, "Hey, I got a distinction in life sciences, baby girl." So we scream, you know. And Nacy distinction in life sciences, that was life orientation. But it's okay, it's still a distinction. And then fine, my friend comes, you know. Yeah, man, we got distinctions in life science, you know, get a bachelor pass. So obviously what we applied for at universities, we're gonna get into that. But now the thing is, how good did we do, you know? So we go to school on that morning. And then upon arriving at school, we see like a bunch of people, see a bunch of learners that I went to school with. So we see them, and then you're supposed to go officing and collect your statement there. Now a lot of people, man, it's like they are in shock and disbelief, like what's going on now? There's a lot of things happening, you know. And I go there, I fetch my statement. I didn't open my statement. Ne? up, and I think it took about 10 minutes without opening my statement. And then like ne ke bona tsa bangwe ba bangwe ke really distinction in English, o mongwe o mistile ka 1% distinction for English, like, you know, o mongwe o really 5 5 6 5 maths 5, bruh. People were studying 2019. I opened mine. Did my heart not beat here? It is my heart beat. Yasugala. I was shala. Bruh, I was in shock. I was like, they were not that bad, but they were not that good, you know. So I look at them and my AUP. I remember applying at UP and they were like, your APS is not supposed to drop with more than 2 points. So I start counting and I'm like, no, I can drop like 2 points a fair. So obviously the university is gonna accept me, right? So mang pu make it immediately. Mang pu make it. You know that Orange University. Me, I'm not gonna forget you. I'm not gonna forgive you, Jay, for what it did to me. So Hake ish mang pu make it in. Like one step out of the gate. Cling cling cling. Decline letter. I got holanyana cause vele cause next about cling cling cling. Decline letter. Just says zilandelana my legs. I'm like, you're ruining the mood. You're just ruining it. You're ruining it for me. So fine, okay, I've been rejected at UJ Northwest University. I just left the application hanging because what the fuck, it's far, number one, and and then I got home, showed my grandma results, and we were like, oh, okay, fine. Yeah, whatever, fine. So now I'm waiting for a thing from UP. I'm waiting for UP to be like, what's going on? Fine. Now what had happened is, I don't know if someone I don't know, man. I don't know. 2020 for me, it was like a kaki bras. So, long story short, I ended up not going at UP, and I ended up not going at UJ, like any of the universities that I applied for, because of my marks. Fine. So, now I'm sitting. I remember I was crying. I was like, all my peers are going to university, and then now I'm gonna be sitting at home doing nothing. Like, what is going on? I'm supposed to be living the life. I'm supposed to be living. I'm supposed, like, there were a lot of why coming in my head. And for a second I was like, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe God has his favorites and stuff like that. Forgetting that when people were studying, I was, but no, I also studied, man. So now I'm there, like, 2020 was really hard for me. I had to like sit my grandmother down and tell her that I am not going to university. And funny enough, she was the one who came up with the idea of me having to upgrade my marks the whole year. And I was so against that idea, bruh. I wanted to go to college and stuff, and she was like, you can't go and do something that you're not fond of, you can't go and do something that you're not fond of. You can't go to college if how about go college. Fine. So now I upgraded my maths and physics for the whole year. Imagine, the whole year 2020, you're upgrading your maths and physics, and then the contact class, coronavirus, March, lockdown. I don't know. I needed help with my maths and physics, and now having to study by myself again, that was not gonna help me in any way. And I didn't have data to go on YouTube and be like, I only had my study guides and a few of my notes that I did in 2019. And that year was the year that I actually was dedicating myself to applying at universities and to like having a backup plan as to what will happen if hakike, so I already had learnerships in my mind. I already had my mind set on college and studying public relations. I wanted to go and study public relations at againn Rosebank. It's a private institution. I don't know funding, I don't know, but God was gonna make a way for me. It was gonna make a plan. So 2020 I applied. 2020 I fell into another depression. Not depression. I wouldn't call it a depression, but I would call it I don't know, but depression-ish, if there's a word for it. Yeah, I fell into a depression-ish, and I remember each and every night, starting from June up until September. Each and every night, Buffett. I mean, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Of each and every night, there were tears in my eyes. Like, I'm not gonna make it. This is not for me. Mhlambe, I am one of those people who completing my matric was enough. I've already broken a generational curse. Let me leave someone else to do it, to do something else and break a generational curse. So now I started looking for jobs. I started I started braz. There was a point I even I fit like 2020 was hard for me. Like mangashonanga 2020 ngiphinde 2020 was hard to the point whereby I would spend like 3 days because I'm like, my peers are in university. Why am I not in varsity? So that year I ended up applying for things I qualified for my university, So long story short, I wrote my NSC for the second time, and my results came back more or less the same. It was an improvement from my 2019 marks, but it was not like, yeah. So to cut the long story short, I wrote. After writing, I went and I fetched my statement, and I was happy with the marks that I got. I fence. I'm bored. Yeah, ngeza. Baba ngenza video Yeah, so as I was still saying, I went and fetched my statement. I was really, really happy, but I was happy that I was going to get into the courses that I applied for, but I was not happy that I am not going. Listen, fine. Same thing that happened in 2019, it happened in 2020. That Orange University there, you see that one? It's Kichilizi. That Kichilizi Vele or whatever his surname is, the Vice Chancellor of UJ. You see that Orange University? I won't forget it for what it did to me. So fine. Hakifitla go Davidson Mo. King. Reject letter. How? Now they're rejecting me for something I qualify for. They're telling me about space constraints, like get constraints or constraints or whatever. Yeah. So Northwest accepted me, and obana mangadinanga loya mlungu loya admission office akekho umuntu oyophinda adineke, because each and every week I was calling. I was like, yeah, am I really accepted? Like, what is needed of me? Yo. And there was the point where like that lady was like, hey, you are accepted, bruh. Hey, stop calling now. Yeah, you are fully accepted. Yeah. So I was really happy that I was going to study at a university. I'm going to move away from home, because that was my whole plan, to move away from home and see how independent I can get. So what I was trying to do with this video is to show that not all of us are destined to go in the same path. Abanye bazo university, abanye they're gonna go look for jobs, others they're gonna go to colleges, others are gonna go to private institutions, others are gonna, there's a lot of things that people are gonna do. And if you wanted to go into university but didn't get into it, it's not the end of the world. You can still upgrade. You can do a course for a year and then change. There's a lot of things you do. There's UNISA, guys. But UNISA is for the brave. There's, you see, with me now, I did this I applied for psychology, go Northwest, and I got accepted for it, and I went there and I changed because my marks allowed me to change to the course that I'm doing right now. You know, so you can also do that. There are a lot of different paths to get into what you want to do. And yours name, if you don't know what to do, talk to a psychologist, talk to a social worker, talk to umuntu who's already in university, who you feel like will give you the right advice, you know, as to don't kill yourself. Like, suicide is not an option, because againn papege wena. And now when you're gonna kill yourself, you know, some are from privileged background who can afford to take gap years. In my case, I couldn't afford to take a gap year, but I had to, you know. So guys, don't lose hope. And as Mpura said, pray. If you don't believe in prayer, uphahli. If you don't believe in the underground gang, then just do something and don't kill yourself, because suicide is not an option. You're just inflicting pain on those obashiyayo emove. Imagine ukuhlunga njani umama nxa umntanakhe. It's my free time. No, this mosquito wanting to be in my video. But yeah, that is the end of my video, and I hope that there is someone out there who will be inspired. Please do not forget to leave a comment down below on how was your matric experience. Also, if you have questions regarding university and stuff like that, you can also leave a comment down below and I will answer it, because I have all the time in the world. And just anything, you can comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and click the red thing so that you subscribe, you know, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you will really enjoy it. I know it's going to be really long, but trust me, it is worth it. And please share this video with someone you feel like will need to watch this. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see y'all in my next video. And I love you so much, precious. And gang. We need to have a name for you guys, because I can't keep on saying precious and family. No. Please, if you have a name, please tell me what I should call my people, my subscribers, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.